Vision.
Well, hello everybody. Project Cinema City Research, Art and Documentary Practices. Even I feel embarrassed when I had to utter this long name. It's a long name and even a taller claim. We dare keep such a name as we hope that the project somehow will eventually expand beyond us and this particular endeavor. Project Cinema City is a set of inquiries into the labor, imagination, desire, access, spaces, locations, iconization, materiality, language, moving peoples, viewing conventions, and hidden processes that create the cinemas that the city makes, and also the cities that its cinema produces. It has also been a somewhat flamboyant exercise in creating interfaces between disciplines, genres, and generations. More than 100 visual artists, filmmakers, architects, academics, and other cultural practitioners have worked in the project in various capacities and registers throughout the last 4 years. There were senior maestros such as Ghulam Muhammad Sheikh, Arpita Singh, Nalini Malani, Kamal Sarup, and then mid-career artists and filmmakers to second or third year students of art, architecture, and media. The show that opens today, as said in the introduction, has works of 60 people, and out of them, at least 20 are debutants. In this show, we present 12 public art projects and 10 films, but that is not all that makes Project Cinema City. This project is more than the works that it has produced and that are being displayed. It is about collectively archiving the contemporary and contemporarizing that what is rendered archival. Though there is this term cinema prominently displayed in its title, when we say contemporary, we don't mean only films. In our argument, cinema is larger than the film narratives. Cinema has permeated into the economic, social, and public lives and imagination of the cities that produce cinema to such an extent that it cannot be contained into the impact of film narratives. Cinema, with all its accessories and ancillaries in a generic sense, has occupied a large part of public life. So in this case, in the case of this project, cinema is a motive to address the contemporary. Allow me to share a tiny section of the working experience with you, because 4 years of experience cannot be shared like this. In this exhibition, there is an exhibit that is called the Calendar Project. There are 56 calendars designed by 42 artists. Calendars means exactly what we mean by calendars, date calendars, with January, February, March, April. They are conceived and produced in the period of 2010 to 12, but they are date calendars for years in the 20th century. They are conceived as contemporary works and produced within the contemporary practice of digital image making and printing, and imagined with the help of contemporary discourses and knowledge. Yet they are composed of found images of that period that the calendar is referring to. That means we are making a calendar in 2010 for 1917 or 1913 or 1952 and so on, and we are calling them original work, which are actually cannot be original work because it is not corresponding to 2010. So these are also copy, but it cannot be copy because Arpita Singh is making a calendar for us. So it is a kind of an exercise that what we look by, what we think about copy and original in the time of digital practice, but also how we negotiate history or past. Found images, in this case, are the one that to be found in second-hand goods shops, at roadside resellers, grandma's trunk, or even in museums. So the calendars use this kind of found images. They quote from the art convention of that time, the time that they're referring to. Each calendar is attached to a popular market product of the time, as is the convention in calendar printing. You cannot print a calendar just like that. It has to advertise for something, sell for something. Cement, pickle, cosmetic, insurance company, and so on. They use languages that are dated, quote unquote dated, such as for Sunlight soap in 1920, the cleanest army in the world is British Tommy. Or, Sweetie makes you a star. Sweetie raises your standing in society. Underlovelies for ladies. For women's undergarments named after film stars in 1939. Or, Akfa makes you feel like a star too. For the first Indian-made international camera, Click 3, that changes the notion of self-portrait for the Indian middle class in 1967. Or even Imagine, fantasy is back. For a software launched by a company called Passion Fruit in 2000. This is an art project, but this is also an exercise in tracing the history of public culture and entertainment industry and art making collectively and playfully. The individual calendars may look inconspicuous, but when they're put together in chronology, they achieve a very rare exuberance, as you can see. The calendars, along with many other things in this project, build a practice-based archive. The archive is getting made not only by collecting or collating or preserving, but by using the material that are being collected. So it finds the found, collects the archival, at the same time creates the first and foremost instance of practicing with that archive. Thus, the artists in this project are trusted with the simultaneous responsibility of chronicling and yet refracting, documenting, but also fantasizing, creating while annotating. Then all these individual works, when collated together under one organism, it becomes a creative timeline of our common legacy of contemporary. In this exhibition, there are works by individual artists and also works that are built through a complex process of research and pedagogy with the younger generation. It is part of the conviction of the project to put them at the same scale and space. The whole project has been built through a relay system between individual and collaborations, between art practices and pedagogy, between contemporary and past. While the pedagogical process of engaging with the public culture and popular culture primarily begins with the earlier works of the senior artists in the project, for instance, Atul Dodia and Pushpamala, who have worked on the city and its public culture for a long time. So the young researchers and artists studied their earlier works to get warmed up into the theme, that is Cinema City. Then the young researchers on their own bring in another vital energy and dynamism into the project. That in turn has enthused and facilitated the seniors to produce new works. So in some sense, this exhibition is about the works and also about the process of making these works. In an exhibit titled The Table of Miscellany, we have put some of the raw data that we have used to make some of the most spectacular works in this project. This is our open invitation to accept this exhibition as an open and public archive to read, add, layer, and subvert further. For these characteristics alone, we hope that Project Cinema City will always be a work in progress. At this stage, the project primarily concentrates on cinema and city and cinema configuration of Bombay and Mumbai because we live in that city. But we hope that it creates a prototype to read and engage with the public culture of any urban settlement that is porous and transient. With certain specificity and localized input, this project can turn into a generic practice. At least we hope so. With that hope and certain amount of premonition, we present Project Cinema City Bombay, Mumbai to the esteemed audience spectators of Bangalore. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam, for sharing your experiences. The Kamla Raheja Vidyanidhi Institute for Architecture and Environmental Studies, commonly known as KRVIA, is one of the premium schools of architecture in Mumbai. KRIVA has been involved in the research and execution of the artworks which are part of the exhibition. I now request Mr. Apurva Parekh, a faculty member of KRIVA, who has been working on this project for the last 2 years, to share his thoughts on the exhibition.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Apurva Parikh. I'm an ex-student and now visiting faculty member at KRVI in Bombay. I first encountered the Cinema City project when Rohan asked me to work on the compilation of research material, drawings, documentation that had been carried out by the design cell of Kamla Raheja in the form of a book called Cinema City Lived for the 2010 Berlinale. Since then, I've been a part of the team. The design cell is a research and consultancy division of KRVIA started in 1995 with an intention to connect theoretical and research agendas of the school with the practice of architecture and development in the city. The design cell has created an independent research on the city and has an archive of maps, images, documents on various aspects of the city. The design cell works with a team of architects and other consultants regarding history, economy, planning, and infrastructure, and in this case, Majlis. The team at KRVIA is headed by architect Rohan Shivkumar and visual artist Kaushik Mukhopadhyay, and comprises of students and ex-students who have played role at various stages during the project. We have found consistent support in the team from Majlis, Madhu ma'am, Paroma, Shikha, Narayan, and Sunil, who have helped us get around obstacles and provided leads whenever we hit a roadblock. Working with Archana, Rohan, Kaushik, and Madhu ma'am on putting up each show, I've come to realize that this project is the result of a truly collaborative effort of artists, architects, filmmakers, carpenters, technicians, and contractors. This also means that there has been a fair share of fights, arguments, disagreements, but this is what has allowed us to move forward. On behalf of Rohan, Kaushik, and myself, I hope everyone enjoys the project. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are delighted to have Shri Balan Nambia, member of the National Apex Committee of NGMA, as our guest of honor. Sir has always encouraged us by regularly participating in our programs and sharing his thoughts on enhancing NGMA, including its public art reference library. May I please invite you, sir, to say a few words on this occasion.
Friends, I have been involved with this NGMA for almost 10 years actively, so it's a pleasure to be here, and thanks the organizers for having invited me to be here on this occasion. When I think about the present day art forms and what you are going to see at the exhibition, I think of my college days. At that time, we have a demarcated mediums, which we think about painting, sculpture, commercial art, or applied art, and art history. These are what we learned. Time has changed. At that time, these are demarcated subjects. So one is a painter and painter is a painter. And there are very few people who indulged in 2 mediums or 3 mediums. Now, we can't use that word as a separately. We have only creative people. It is actually changed completely. We have to, the people are actually studying art. They study art 5 years or 4 years or even 7 years, but ultimately they turned out to be a creative people, not exclusively as a painter, sculptor, the filmmaker, etc. Now it is everything is actually combined and overlap, and it comes to ultimately a sort of a real creative medium. When my teacher's teacher, Devi Prasad Roy Chaudhary, was actually a painter and a sculptor. But that time has changed. That's what I want to emphasize. And I do painting, sculpture, photography, and enamels, but that is still isolated in that same kind of mediums. But present generation and younger people, after the introduction of Google and audiovisual materials, they have really enhanced their ability, enhance their vision, and they are actually blessed by the Google. Somebody recently I was reading that biggest blessing God has given to the younger generation is Google. So this actually has influenced the creative thinking, because we can actually see many creative work done. There is a DNA we can trace it to somewhere in the Google. So I really appreciate the participants. I really think that this exhibition is going to be one of the most prominent landmark in Bangalore city. Bangalore is known for film. And it was that year when I came to Bangalore in 1971 to settle here, there were 125 cinema theaters. So it is a city of a cinema. And it is this exhibition is a film city. And it's appropriate. I want everybody to enjoy, and tell your friends to visit the exhibition and appreciate the NGMA's effort. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. NGMA on this occasion has produced 3 sets of 6 prints based on the calendar project. May I request this evening's chief guest, Shri M.S. Satyuji, to release the portfolio. The portfolio shall be available at the museum store for the entire duration of the exhibition. On behalf of NGMA, may I request our director, Shri Shiv Prasad Kane, to give a small token of our appreciation to the chief guest, Shri M.S. Satyuji. To our guest of honor, Shri Balanambya. Shri Apurva Parekh. Shrimati Madhushri Datta. And Shrimati Archana Hande. It is my privilege to invite this evening's chief guest, the eminent film director, stage designer, and art director, Shri M.S. Satyu. A recipient of the Padma Shri, M.S. Satyuji has been known for his plays, feature films, documentaries, and TV serials. His film, Garam Hawa and Ijudu, have been well received internationally. I now request Shri M.S. Satyu to deliver the inaugural address.
Namaskara. I really didn't know what this exhibition is all about. And before coming into this auditorium, I went around the exhibition and I was told about what they have done a research project. Myself, having spent almost 6 decades in theatre and cinema, I've seen the growth of cinema in Bombay especially, because I lived in Bombay at that time and I started my career. There are two types of realities. Life itself